President Joe Biden was in the plan to get Donald Trump in the classified documents case. Now, apparently, as early as August 2021, National Archive officials have gone straight to the Department of Justice about the missing documents. Shortly after that, in September, the same archives officials, they were meeting with top Biden lackeys like White House counsel Dana Remus, and possibly even back then the chief of staff Ron Klain. Well, Deputy White House counsel Jonathan Sue looks to have played an even bigger role in the White House end of the operation. He's the one who back in January 2022 told an archives official to get justice started on the criminal referral over the docs. So the question is the American public really expected to believe that all of this happened with zero knowledge from Joe Biden? And then again, President Joe Biden has even essentially been trying to pull the wool over people's eyes in more ways than one. You guys may have heard this, but maybe you didn't. Just recently, Joe Biden denied that the polls were accurate. Joe Biden is denying what the polls are saying, and therefore he's saying what the people believe about Bidenomics is wrong. Your interpretation of the economy is wrong. So according to President Joe Biden, the polling data has been wrong all along. But get this, guys, even CNN anchor John King, he was surprised by this. And he warned President Joe Biden that his defense of Bidenomics could literally come back to haunt him in November as voters across the political spectrum continue to express their dissatisfaction in the economy. And they know most voters are even Biden supporters. They say that the economy was better under Donald Trump. Now, just to get a real-time take on this, we're live right now. If you guys think the economy was better under Biden, type in Biden. But if you think the economy was better under Donald Trump, type in Trump in the comments down below. Now, check this out. As King put it, the inflation drag, the cost of living, the cost of living drag, the cost of gas. This is huge here in America. And they don't like people in Washington, D.C. trying to tell the American people that we're wrong and that how we feel about the economy is wrong. So the Biden campaign definitely seems like they're getting a little bit desperate here, like even more desperate than we've observed in recent weeks. I mean, I don't even know what else to call it. Check this out. It got so bad that they even used Mother's Day to criticize former President Donald Trump in a new campaign video, urging Americans to stop Trump. Can you believe this on freaking Mother's Day, guys? Like this is unbelievably low. So in this video, the Biden campaign says that on Mother's Day, a reminder, Donald Trump stands only for himself and not mothers across America and their families. Now, in response to this new campaign video from the Biden campaign, from the Biden administration, Donald Trump's team fired back at the president, calling Biden's video a disgusting move to make, especially on Mother's Day. Now, of course, there's the hush money case happening in New York right now. In fact, today, all eyes are on the trial as Donald Trump's former lawyer, Michael Cohen, stands to make or break the Trump hush money case. And at the time of this video, Michael Cohen, he's set to give his testimony as a star witness. And Michael Cohen is expected to directly connect to the former president he's expected to directly connect the former president to the 34 alleged falsified records that he's charged over. So today's a very, very big day today, guys. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that this is a step that the former president's current and former employees have not done in their testimony. So this would actually be a first in this trial so far. But something else that he needs to convince the jury of. Michael Cohen needs to convince the jury of the fact that he is a credible witness when he's described as being a serial perjurer and a downright liar for the right price. So he's going to have to convince the jury, even though he has his reputation, that you can trust him on this testimony. He's got a big job today. But the story is definitely developing fast, you guys. So I hope you guys are subscribed. If you haven't already, please hit the like button for the video. I totally appreciate you guys. You guys' support for the channel. You guys are phenomenal. Thank you, Catalia. Got my regulars in here. Got some new folks in here. Got Catalia. We got Guadalupe Rubino. Got Keenan Ripon. Awesome, guys. Robin Spielman. Got a lot of folks in here. Awesome, awesome. All right. So first, here is CNN anchor John King talking about Biden and how the president is turning voters off with the way he's gaslighting the American people about their everyday struggles. It's just unbelievable how disconnected Biden is.
The polling data has been wrong all along. We have the strongest economy in the world. Let me say it again, in the world.
He's right. We do have the strongest economy in the world, but poll after poll also shows that the way people are feeling is that they're underwater because of inflation.
I can tell you from my travels, 8 months now, 9 states now, he has to be careful with that. In the sense, he's right. When he cites the statistics, he is right. When he says the Michigan Consumer Confidence Survey, 65% say they're doing better off. Guess what? The 35% who don't, a lot of those are his voters.
Wow. I mean, you can't ignore your voters, and you're offending folks when you just ignore what people are dealing with. This is come on, guys. I mean, and at this point, I'm really surprised at how politicians and even President Joe Biden seems to be perceiving the American people, right? I mean, it seems that they see us all as like stupid or something. You guys ever feel this way? Now, aside from trying to gaslight the people, I mean, like this guy, the disconnect between him and the American people is it's unreal, guys. But aside from trying to gaslight people into thinking like what they're feeling with inflation is not real, President Joe Biden seems to be lying about his involvement with the efforts to incriminate Donald Trump in this classified documents case. Because as you guys know, Biden has been forever basically saying that he has nothing, he has no knowledge of the DOJ, the Department of Justice, and all these different DAs trying to come after Donald Trump. He doesn't know anything about it. His hands are clean, according to him, right? You see, President Biden has always insisted that he had nothing to do with the Justice Department's moves against former President Donald Trump for his alleged theft of classified documents. But check this out, guys. New information gathered by Real Clear Investigations is now suggesting that this is likely a complete lie. Now, according to this, as early as August 2021, National Archives officials had gone to the Department of Justice about the missing documents. And in September, the archives officials were meeting with top Biden lackeys like White House counsel Dana Remus and possibly even then Chief of Staff Ron Klain. Then there was the Deputy White House counsel Jonathan Sue, who looks to have played an even bigger role in the White House end of the operation. So he's the one who in January 2022 told an archives official to get justice started on a criminal referral over the documents. A criminal referral, you don't say, right? Now, not to mention, Joe Biden's also the one who put Merrick Garland on top of the DOJ. The same Merrick Garland who got special counsel Jack Smith to pursue this classified documents case against Donald Trump in the first place. So apparently the administration would have us believe that President Joe Biden had nothing to do with any of these. Really? I don't know if I buy that. So either they're lying or possibly they couldn't trust Biden's competency or lack thereof enough to handle this kind of high level coordination in his administration. So which is it? Oh, and while we're on the topic, it's probably also worth noting how connected the Biden administration seems to be with Donald Trump's various legal challenges. So take, for instance, one of the leading prosecutors in the rather questionable Manhattan case against Donald Trump, where District Attorney Alvin Bragg appears to have escalated a minor business law misdemeanor into a more severe charge. One of the prosecutors, Matthew Colangelo, he isn't just any old attorney. Matthew Colangelo, he's a former high-ranking official at the Justice Department, and he's also a very well-known Democratic political operative who used to work for the Democratic National Committee. So then there's a situation with Fulton County DA Fannie Willis, who's leading the prosecution in Donald Trump's Georgia election case. Now, apparently, she was spotted spending an evening at the vice president's residence for a televised event. Now, while it might have been a harmless gathering, we don't know for sure. Even the usual behind the scenes networking among Biden's circle, it definitely raises some eyebrows about some potential coordination. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let's not overlook the accusations against Biden himself allegedly mishandling classified documents during his Senate and vice presidential days, reportedly stashing them in various places, including a garage in Delaware of all places, right next to his, his prized favorite Corvette. You know what I mean? Now, interestingly, his defenders, who are usually very vocal advocates for democracy, they seem to kind of gloss over this issue. So it seems like we can add yet another tall tale to Biden's account, one that the media, very keen to see Donald Trump behind bars, they just seem so happy to support. You know what I mean? Let me know if I'm making sense to anybody. Now, what really worries me is how it looks like Democrats seem to be eroding the rule of law day by day, bit by bit. You know what I mean? Because for a lot of Donald Trump supporters, this case and all other cases against the former president, they're totally corrupt and they need to be dismissed. Now, you guys let me know if you think that Donald Trump's cases are corrupt and you feel like Donald Trump's cases need to be dismissed. Y'all let me know. But yeah, but by the way, I just want to thank y'all for always hitting the like button for the videos. Thank you for sharing these videos with your friends. Really do appreciate you guys. And of course, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Totally appreciate you guys. But there was also CNN anchor John King. He was scolding President Joe Biden for basically telling the American people that they're wrong when they say that they're not happy about the economy and have greater trust in his 2024 rival, President Donald Trump, on the issue. So this is crazy that Biden's own supporters trust Donald Trump with the economy more than Biden. Like this is this is some unprecedented stuff here. Now, according to King, again from CNN, mind you, according to King, whatever your party is, voters are not processing it that way. They don't like that. They don't, and like the host said, people definitely do not like being told that they're wrong because it's how they're actually experiencing the economy personally. Like, I think a lot of people are feeling gaslit and they're pissed off, they're offended that Biden has the nerve to say, oh, well, the polls are wrong and people don't know how they really feel about the economy. How are you going to tell me how I feel about the economy? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really stupid to me. Former Obama advisor and CNN political analyst David Axelrod, he also said that Biden's going about it all wrong. So Axelrod, according to Axelrod, the way he puts it, if Biden does not win this race, it's probably not because Donald Trump beat him. Axelrod suggests that if Biden loses this race, it's probably because of his own pride. Now, you guys, you can chime in, let me know what you think on that. But it's showing in the polls, guys. Bloomberg News, Morning Consult poll, they released at the end of April indicating Joe Biden is only ahead in just one of the 7 swing states that may ultimately decide the 2024 presidential election. As the collective American pessimism about the economy continues to grow. So the poll also showed 1 in 5 respondents believe inflation and interest rates will decrease this year. But get this, over 75% of respondents said that Joe Biden is responsible for the poor economy that we're dealing with today. So, anyway, a lot of people do not like Biden for his economic policies, foreign policies. Fox News poll in March showed only 38% of Americans approve of Biden's handling of the economy. I don't have to tell you guys. Voters complain about inflation. They complain about rising gas prices. They complain about high interest rates. unaffordable housing costs, the sticker shock of college tuition. How many of you guys have seen your mortgage rates increase if you have adjustable rate mortgages? How many of you guys have seen your rent payments jump up over the last couple of years? And how many of you guys have tried to buy a house recently? Everything is more expensive. And, voters are gauging the health of any economy relying on what they see and what they experience, what we see, right? Like, if we check out at the gas station, or if we check out at the grocery store, if we're buying gas, we feel the economy right then and there. It's very real at that point. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating. I was in Chipotle just a couple days ago. Not that I like Chipotle, but I was starving. I was in Chipotle, and like a chicken bowl, which first of all, they never give you enough chicken. And I'm like, man, you guys are just gypping me. Anyway, the bowl there is like, it's almost $10 now. And I remember when I first ever went to a Chipotle, when they first opened up, the Chipotle bowls were like $5.75. Now they're almost $10. And they never give you enough chicken. Did I mention they never give you enough chicken? Anyway, so instead of focusing on the economy, Joe Biden's priority seems to be basically slinging mud at his opponent. Maybe Joe Biden would be better as a mud wrestler than a president. I don't know. But just recently, the Biden campaign used Mother's Day, of all things, to criticize the former president, Donald Trump. Can you believe this, guys? Like, how low do you have to go? So according to the Biden campaign video on Mother's Day, a reminder, Donald Trump stands only for himself and not for the mothers across America and their families. Now, it goes to say that moms across our country, he goes on to say that moms across our country will suffer under a second Donald Trump term. That under Donald Trump, the government will be allowed to monitor their pregnancies and rip their families apart. And meanwhile, President Biden's fighting to bring back his historic expanded child tax credit to give American families a little bit extra breathing room and ensure paid leave for all Americans. Like, this was Biden's ad that he had the audacity to run on freaking Mother's Day, guys. So Donald Trump's team quickly fired back at that video saying, what a sad, miserable, cowardly existence crooked Joe Biden and his campaign must have in order to make such a disgusting ad on such a joyous day. Now, according to Donald Trump's team, their lives are obviously filled with anger, hate, and resentment because they clearly suffer from Donald Trump derangement syndrome, and that President Donald Trump continues to live rent-free inside of their pea-sized brains, even on Mother's Day. So, unbelievable. Now, needless to say, for a lot of his supporters, it's Donald Trump's 2024 all the way, against all odds. How many of you guys think Donald Trump 2024, no matter what? Y'all let me know. But what we're especially keeping an eye on this week, though, is Donald Trump's hush money case, where his former lawyer, Michael Cohen, is set to take the stand. So Michael Cohen, he's a star witness according to the prosecution. And from what we heard about the case so far, Michael Cohen does seem poised to make or break the Trump hush money case. Cohen made the $130,000 payment to porn actor Stormy Daniels to stay silent about her alleged affair in the weeks leading up to the 2016 election, ultimately funneling his own money through a shell company that he opened for that sole purpose, allegedly, right? So, he also played a role in coordinating two other so-called catch and kill deals, where people with unflattering stories about Donald Trump were paid by a tabloid friendly to the then 2016 presidential candidate to keep their stories a secret. Now, again, the catch and kill technique, strategy, whatever you want to call it, it's not illegal. No, it's no more illegal than the NDA or non-disclosure agreements. Those are legal as well. But basically, Michael Cohen is expected to directly connect the former president to the 34 allegedly falsified records that he's charged over, basically taking a big, huge step that the former president's current and former employees who have testified have not done. So this will be a first, but we'll see how this pans out. Now, Donald Trump's team is likely to pull out all the stops to paint Cohen as a liar. And then again, Alvin Bragg's team said that they've been pretty upfront with jurors about Michael Cohen, saying that Michael Cohen has baggage, but they've also said that they have documents to corroborate his account. Now, according to Laney Davis, who is Cohen's former legal advisor, it's about the documents, not about Michael Cohen. But really, isn't it all about former President Donald Trump? I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys feel like this is just one big, huge witch hunt against former President Donald Trump? Let me know, guys. I feel like these guys just keep on digging, looking for something to hold Donald Trump down, keep him stuck in the courtrooms, but I don't think it's working. I think they're failing at it. What do you guys think? What's going on, Terry Edwards from Illinois? What's going on, Robin Spielman? Let's see. We got Robert Edgman. Let's see. The NDA was probably keep my name out your mouth. She couldn't do it. To steal a line off of Will Smith after the epic event with Chris Rock during the the Oscars or the Emmys or something like that, whatever. John Kent, whatever they say Trump did is not against the law. Man, Robin Spielman says, talk to the farmers in Holland who had their farmland seized by the government about fair system. Interesting. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are happening overseas that are literally forewarning America and the American people about what is likely to come here. So don't ignore what's going on overseas, because like what we've seen historically, what we see over there has an interesting way of making its way over here to America, here in the United States. So rather concerning. But anyway, guys, if you haven't already, please take a second, hit the like button for the video. I totally appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. I want to thank you guys as always for not only